closing.
It's nicer during the sunset.
Alright, there's no hills.
Yeah, if you go down there and look left, you can see the Space Needle.
Is it? Oat agave.
Chris, 100%.
The greetings reminded me of like Seattle.
What?
I mean, yeah, Singapore.
Awesome.
Damn, I wonder how it looks when it's like sunny or clear skies.
Very like.
Where do you go? You go over there?
One of the islands.
Some people like that work at Amazon commute from these islands.
The Pike Place clam chowder. I was like,
This is That's cool. Yeah, figure one.
Seattle is named after the chieftain.
It is?
Yeah, Seattle is a Native American dude. Logo, like the city logo, it's a dude who looks like this.
What?
is this the, I don't know. Is this the food place, guys? Is this the place you get?
I got a picture of Chris taking a picture.
How many people take that static photo picture?
I don't know, bro.
I don't even know. Okay,
Yo, on to the next.
alright,
On to the next.
let's go. Actually, not yet, because you did cartoon.
The whole thing is like you.
Is this Lake Union?
Yeah.
I thought this was the Puget Sound, bro.
I think that way is Puget Sound.
Rooftop party where, bro?
Oh, my hair. Oh my god, my cousin's here. Okay, whatever. Let's go.
And a water. Oh wait, though. Is that?
This
Oh,
is-
it is elevation.
This is elevation. It's not crazy.
I thought it was sunny too.
I was hoping we get a really nice view.
It's chill.
It's
I'm like, well, maybe I should have worn pants.
Compared to like, oh, I use Google Calendar to view this, but like for them it's like something else.
You hungry?
I'm hungry.
How far it is, but we can walk down. To the side of the road to get cherries.
Yeah.
And they're grown in Washington.
No. I've never seen a protest in real life. I'm being serious. I've never seen a protest. So what side is this?
This is UW over here.
This is UW?
Yeah, and then what you're looking towards is like Bellevue. Let her smell your hand. Hi, Gracie.
It's okay. Does she purr?
Yeah, she is
That's the saliva right there.
purr. That you're allergic to?
That's the saliva right there. Gracie. Does she even know her name?
Yeah.
Gracie. Gracie. Gracie.
You see her?
Yeah, she's looking at me now. Gracie. She's staring at me. Now I have energy again. I just need to lay down.
You just need to lay down. Sometimes I just need to, I'm just like,
Yeah.
this is my cousin Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Maybe like February or something. And he was like bad in the beginning.
How cold was the water?
It's pretty cold, I'm not gonna lie. What's happening?
Yo, are we asking for the pig or what? I'm vlogging.
Plastic for cool though.
Yo, where'd you get this jacket from? It's really nice.
It's designer, bro.
You got the last one.
What?
Factory blew up after that.
Chris, why are you touching my feet like that, man?
So he.
They don't like guys like us.
Now let's try it. Let's do it.
Nah.
Who's guys like us, bro? What was the score? 21 to what?
17. I'm gonna watch Chris.
Does he want it?
No, I'm good.
No? Okay.
Are we not vlogging?
I'm vlogging. You have anything to say to the camera?
I thought you don't put faces in the camera.
I don't. I'm putting your lips in the camera.
Bro.
Slide me a piece, Red.
Yeah.
Bro, I remember I watched one of your videos. Your blur was so
Cashew
bad.
My blur?
Yeah, like you could see all of their face. I think you were playing like ping pong.
We need a real camera.
No, bro, this is a good camera for videos. I think.
Yeah, I guess for video. Wait, I met. Want me to hold it?
No. I'm trying to tripod you.
That did not work, bro. No. You tried balancing it off my leg. Oh, no, I'll just hold it up. Okay.
You look W right now.
Yeah, the silhouette is pretty cool. Or maybe your brightness is just low.
Talking about the good old days. And how crazy that is. It's like a homeless, like, he gets upset. Like, but it's upset.
Wow.
Hey?
I think that's the Bainbridge Fair.
Damn. That's the Space Needle?
Yep.
The city looks very, very city from here.
Right? Doesn't it look like...
Like, really city. But whenever you go in there, you're like, eh.
Crazy. Crazy. This might just be the best part of the whole trip.
the cat.
The cat. This is so beautiful. Gracie.
Big change. I'm super nervous about it, but it's also really.
No, I think that'll be really good.
Bread is thick.
Can I just get a half loaf for this?
I've got to do all my things.
Oh, their salamis are really good. Yeah, market on Saturdays. And, yeah.
I agree.
I know, and then my summer wine is always a Vino Verde.
Oh,
I'm always
yeah.
just like...
And Trader Joe's has it, right?
I see it like far.
Yeah.
So if it's like clear, you're able to
You
see
see
it all.
more.
This is beautiful.
Isn't it beautiful?
This is beautiful. The smell.
You're using your good glutes for it.
It hurts. What do I do? This is like what?
No, and it's so weird to me.
The bridge.
I ran along this road.
Get in.
My view's kind of bad. Well, at first I thought it was really a lot better views depending on.
Where you are in First Hill?
Yeah, like we're about to walk by Faye actually. Let's see the path. Pretty nice. Yeah. What's coconut water and matcha cream? Just some coconut water with some matcha cream.
I didn't know we were aesthetic like that.
I mean, I'm usually not. I'm just doing this because they were doing it.
Live review.
That's refreshing.
That's pretty good. Why did we get so lucky?
So good. If you guys are in Seattle, come here. Actually, don't come here. So many people here. Hey, yo. Nah, you scared me. Try not to.
Bro, I'm tripping. I thought that was like down.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm gonna be good enough to read this in the future. So this is where I got off, and I walked up those escalator. And I turned out, and I saw, and I was scared. I almost fell.
I don't know why I thought I was gonna go that way.
Dude, yo.
University of Washington.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, what's that? I actually don't remember. I'm like.
Time expired.
Okay, turn that off.
Where's Bunsen? 61 and 25.
Superior player on the mat, winner for the match between Botafogo.
Bro, my knees already hurt.
Never walk up that. Recording the train.
Yo, what if we just took the one line, guys, right there?
Bro, yo, this is insane, man. You're gonna fall off, bro. This guy's about to fall off. He's not even the one. Do you feel like from being on the line with me, you learned though?
Popped off, bro.
How much you get? I'm looking around because other places.
What's his name again? Ubaid? Ubaid?
The lid I don't like because then you can't drink. Our method is good. Take coconut water.
They said trust me, so I'm gonna trust you.
Yeah. Say hi to the vlog, guys.
So,
out of there.
Yo, I can't.
Thank you. You as well.
Sounders and the voice.
That was crazy, bro.
Bro, I was like, why is bro you?
Good, bro.
Is this good?
Yeah, that's good.
Yo, I got the all black fit. Another Japanese brand.
Yeah, I'm studying with sharks. Bro, don't work out. Don't. Yeah,
$5 chicken sandwich.
that's pretty crazy. Literally gets better every time I have it. The last time it was 8, it's a 9 now.
Why'd you get small?
I'm gonna get a small one. Molly Moon's in this place. This place better than Molly Moon? Look at this. I can't believe we got the method from the other guy. The jeans I stuffed in there. Thick ass jeans. It was. I thought it'd be a lot more expensive than this.
That's from here?
It's from here. I bought it at the Hello Am place. The place I recommended to you.
I'm guessing it's like 20.
Yeah, it's like 20.
What, lychee?
Yeah, it's lychee. It's my favorite one of all time.
Oh yeah, that's Chris Akuda.
My Chinatown adventure. Bro, that place is cool. They had a pug.
Pug?
Like they had a pug. Like it was just going around the cafe, but like it was like.